Dear students, in this video we shall learn some topics related with square matrices. You know that a matrix is a rectangular array of elements. In a matrix, the elements are arranged in rows and columns. If there are m rows and n columns in a matrix, we say that the order or dimension of that matrix is m by n. I repeat, if there are m rows and n columns in a matrix, if there are m rows and n columns in a matrix, we say that the matrix is of order m by n. Now, we shall see what is a square matrix. A matrix is said to be a square matrix if it has equal number of rows and columns. A square matrix is that matrix which has equal number of rows and columns. Consider this matrix. We can see that this matrix has 3 rows. This matrix has 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 rows and 3 columns. That is, the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. So, this is a square matrix. Now, let us see what is transpose of a matrix. The transpose of a matrix is the matrix obtained by interchanging its rows and columns. The transpose of a matrix is the matrix obtained by interchanging its rows and columns. For example, consider this matrix. This matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. This matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, we shall take the transpose of this matrix. To take the transpose, we convert this first row into first column and second row into second column. So, the transpose of A will be the first row is converted into first column and second row is converted into second column. So, the transpose of A is AD, BE, CF. It may be noted that if a matrix is of order m by n, its transpose will be of order n by m. If a matrix is of order m by n, its transpose will be of order n by m. Here the matrix A is of order 3 by 2. The matrix A is of order 2 by 3 because A has 2 rows and 3 columns. So the order of A is 2 by 3. So, its transpose is of order 3 by 2 because the transpose has 3 rows and 2 columns. Now, what is a symmetric matrix? A matrix is said to be symmetric if it is equal to its transpose. A matrix is said to be a symmetric matrix if it is equal to its transpose. Now, let us construct a 2 by 2 symmetric matrix. It may be noted that a symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix. A symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix. Now, we consider the square matrix of order 2, that is 2 rows and 2 columns. Now, we take the transpose of A. The transpose of A will be, we take the first row as the first column and the second row as the second column. After taking the transpose, we can see that the transpose of A and A are equal. So this matrix A is a symmetric matrix. So a matrix is said to be symmetric if it is equal to its transpose. Let us see a 3 by 3 symmetric matrix. Here again, we have a square matrix. To construct a symmetric matrix, it is enough to make all the elements which are equidistant from the diagonal elements equal. We know that the diagonal elements are those elements which lie along the leading diagonal. The diagonal elements are those elements which lie along the leading diagonal. So, in this matrix, the diagonal elements are 1, 2, 9. To construct a symmetric matrix, you write all the elements which are equidistant from the diagonal elements as equal. Now let us take the transpose of A. In the transpose of A, we take the first row as the first column, the second row as the second column, the third row as the third column. We can see that the transpose of the matrix A is equal to A. So, this matrix A is also a symmetric matrix. Now, we shall see what is a skew symmetric matrix. A matrix is said to be skew symmetric if it is equal to the negative of its transpose. A matrix is said to be a skew symmetric matrix if it is equal to the negative of its transpose. Now let us see an example. This is a 2 by 2 skew symmetric matrix. A skew symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix. That is, a skew symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix, and also its diagonal elements will be 0. For a skew symmetric matrix, its diagonal elements will be 0. In a skew symmetric matrix, we make all the elements which are equidistant from the diagonal elements as negative. That is, they will be equal in magnitude but will be opposite in sign. Now let us take the transpose of A. We take the first row as the first column and the second row as the second column. Now when we compare this transpose with the matrix A, we can see that the matrix A and the transpose of A differ only in the sign of the elements. That is, if we multiply all the elements of A with a negative sign, we get the transpose of A. If we multiply all the elements of A with a negative sign, we get the transpose of A. That is, transpose of A is equal to negative sign multiplied with A. So, transpose of A is equal to minus A. So, A is a skew symmetric matrix. As I said, a matrix is said to be skew symmetric if it is equal to negative of its transpose. A matrix is said to be skew symmetric matrix if it is equal to negative of its transpose. Now consider a 3 by 3 square matrix. I repeat, a skew symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix, and also its leading the elements in the leading diagonal, that is the diagonal elements, will be 0. Here again, to get a skew symmetric matrix, we made all the elements which are equidistant from the diagonal elements as the negative of the other. That is, all the elements which are equidistant from the diagonal elements have the same magnitude but opposite sign. Now let us take its transpose. To take the transpose, we make the first row as the first column, second row as the second column, and the third row as the third column. And we can see that when we multiply all the elements of A with a negative sign, we will get the transpose of A. So, the transpose is negative 1 multiplied with A. So, A is a skew symmetric matrix. Now, we shall see how to find the determinant of a matrix. To find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, here again, I would like to remind you that determinant is always calculated for a square matrix. Determinant is always calculated for a square matrix. Let us see how to calculate the determinant of a 2 by 2 square matrix. While finding, to denote a determinant, we enclose the elements of the matrix in two straight lines. Now, the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix is calculated as 3 into 7 minus 5 into 6. 3 into 7 minus 5 into 6. Then, and we get the answer as minus 9. Now, let us see how to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 square matrix. To find the determinant of a 3 by 3 square matrix, we take 1 into the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 1. 1 into determinant 4152. The next sign will be minus. The first sign will be plus, then minus. Minus 5 into the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 5. That is 3162. 3162. Then plus. I said it is alternatively plus and minus. First we write 1 as plus, then 5 as minus. Then we take a positive sign. Plus 2 into the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 2. That is determinant 3465. I repeat, to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 square matrix, we take the first row and we take the first element. For the first element, we take positive sign. We take the positive sign of the first element, that is 1 into, then we take the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 1. The determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 1, that is 4152. Then the second element is given negative sign. The second element is given negative sign. So, minus 5 into. Now, we multiply 5 with the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 5. The determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 5. That is 3162. 3162 plus 2 into the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing 2. That is 3465. In the next step, we multiply 1 into we know how to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. 1 into 4 into 2 minus 5 into 1. That is 8 minus 5. Minus 5 into 3 into 2 minus 6 into 1. That is minus 5 into 6 minus 6. Plus 2 into 3 into 5. 15 minus 6 into 4. 20. Equal to minus 7. This is how we find the determinant of a 3 by 3 square matrix. Let us see another example. Here again, we take the first row. First element is given plus sign. So, 1 into the determinant obtained by removing the first row and first column. That is 7, 1 minus 5, 2. Determinant 7, 1 minus 5, 2. Now, the second element is given negative sign. We write this negative sign given the second element here. Okay, then we take the second element. Second element is minus 3. Minus 3. So, minus 3 into the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing minus 3. That is 6152. It is the determinant obtained by removing the row and column containing minus 3. That is 6152. Plus the third element is given plus sign. I said it is alternately plus and minus. So, after giving a negative sign to the second element, we give positive sign to the third element. Plus, the third element is negative. The third element is negative. So, minus 2 into. Now, we remove the row and column containing minus 2. So, we get determinant 6, 7, 5, minus 5. The next step, we take 1 into, to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 square matrix, we take 7 into 2, 14, minus 1 into minus 5, minus 5. 7 into 2, 14, minus, then minus 5 into 1, minus 5. Now here the negative and the 2 negative makes a positive. So plus 3 into the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. Then 6 into 2, 12, minus 5 into 5, 5 into 1, 5. Now plus and 1 positive and negative makes a negative. So minus 2 into 6 into minus 5, minus 30. 6 into minus 5, minus 30, minus 5 into 7. Sorry, here 5 into 7 is plus 35, not minus 35. Okay, here 5 into 7 is plus 35, and we obtain the answer. Now, let us see what is the minor of an element. The determinant obtained by deleting the row and column containing the element is called the minor of an element. Minor of an element is the determinant obtained by deleting the row and column containing that element. The minor of an element is the determinant obtained by deleting the row and column containing the element. Now let us see how to find the minor of 5 in this matrix. We delete the row and column containing 5. So we delete first row and second column. The remaining elements are 6, 4, 7, 9. And we take the determinant. Minor of 5 is determinant 6, 4, 7, 9. So it is 54 minus 28 equal to 26. Now we shall see the minor of another element 6. We delete the row and column containing 6. So we delete the first column and second row. The remaining elements are 5, 3, 4, 9. And we take the determinant. So minor of 6 is determinant 5, 3, 4, 9 equal to 45 minus 12 equal to 33. Now we shall see the minor of another element 9. We delete the row and column containing 9. That is, we delete the third row and the third column. The remaining elements are 1, 5, 6, 2. Then we take the determinant. So minor of 9 is 1, 5, 6, 2. That is 2 minus 30 equal to minus 28. Now we shall see what is a cofactor. Cofactor is signed minor. Cofactor is signed minor. And that is, we take to find the cofactor of an element, we find its minor and assign plus sign or minus sign. Now, how the plus sign or minus sign is assigned? While finding a cofactor, to assign sign to the minor, we always assign plus to the first element. That is, if we are finding the cofactor of the first element of the matrix, we find the minor of this first element and assign positive sign. Now, to find the cofactor of the second element of the matrix, we find the minor, that is the determinant obtained by deleting the first row and second column. That is, we find the minor and assign negative sign. Now, to find the cofactor of the third element, we find the minor of the third element, that is the determinant obtained by deleting the first row and third column. We find its minor and assign plus sign. So, while finding the cofactor of an element, the plus sign or minus sign is assigned as shown in this figure. That is, we give plus sign to the first element, then negative, then plus. If there is a fourth element, we give negative sign and so on. Now, when we come to the second row, we give negative sign. Then for the second element, we give positive sign. We give negative sign. If there is another element here, we give positive sign, then negative and so on. And then coming to the third row, we give plus sign, then negative sign, then plus sign, then negative and so on. This is how we find the cofactor. For example, we have already calculated the minor of these three elements in the previous slides. Now we shall see what is the cofactor of these elements. Now the minor of 5 we calculated in the previous slide was 26. Now it is the second element in this matrix. For the first element we give plus sign. For the second element we give negative sign. So if the minor is 26, the cofactor is minus 26. Now we calculated the minor of 6 as 33. The minor of 6 as 33. We can see that it is the second element in the first column. So here the sign was positive. For the first element was positive. For this element it is negative. So if the minor is 33, then the cofactor of 6 is minus 33. Now for the element 9, the minor was minus 28. The minor was minus 28. To find the cofactor, let us see what the sign is. For the first element it is positive, then negative, then positive, then coming to here negative, again positive. So we assign positive value to the minor. The minor is negative. Okay, we are assigning positive value to the minor, but the minor is negative. So the cofactor is minus 28 itself. Now, what is the adjoint of a matrix? Adjoint of a square matrix is the transpose of the matrix formed by the cofactors of its elements. That is, to find the adjoint of a square matrix. I repeat, the adjoint is found only for square matrices. So, to find the adjoint of a square matrix, we first replace all the elements in that square matrix with its cofactors and then take the transpose. That is, to find the adjoint of a square matrix, we first replace all the elements in that square matrix with its cofactors. We replace all the elements in that square matrix with its cofactors and then take the transpose. So it is the adjoint of a matrix. Now, what is the inverse of a matrix? The inverse of a matrix of a square matrix A is the matrix B such that A into B equal to B into A equal to I, where I denotes the identity matrix. The identity matrix is a square matrix and it is a diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix means only the diagonal elements are non-zeros. For an identity matrix, the diagonal elements are 1 and all the other elements are zeros. So, for a square matrix A, the inverse of the square matrix A is the matrix B such that A into B equal to B into A equal to I. I have already mentioned that the for matrix multiplication, A into B and B into A are not always equal. For matrix multiplication, A into B and B into A are not always equal. But for the inverse of a matrix to exist, A into B equal to B into A equal to I, the identity matrix. And the formula for calculating the inverse is that inverse of A equal to adjoint of A by determinant of A. Thank you.